Imagine walking through a dense jungle when suddenly you hear a sound that scientists say should never exist again. You freeze. Then, between the trees, a creature appears, an animal officially declared extinct over 80 years ago. Sounds impossible. Yet around the world, explorers, villagers, and even researchers continue to report sightings of animals that science insists are gone forever. Some left mysterious footprints. Some were captured in blurry videos. Others vanished before anyone could prove they were real. So what if extinction isn't always the end? Today, we're counting down 10 extinct animals that might still be alive, and the final one has sparked one of the biggest mysteries in modern science. Every year, scientists declare species extinct after decades without a confirmed sighting. But Earth is enormous. Vast rainforests, deep oceans, frozen mountains, and underground cave systems remain largely unexplored. In some of these places, incredible discoveries still happen. Animals thought to be gone forever suddenly reappear. This phenomenon is known as the Lazarus effect. Could some supposedly extinct creatures still be hiding beyond human reach? Today, we'll explore 10 fascinating cases where mystery, eyewitness reports, and scientific debate collide. Woodpecker. For decades, the ivory-billed woodpecker was considered one of North America's greatest lost birds. Towering trees once echoed with its powerful drumming as it searched for insects beneath bark. But widespread logging destroyed its habitat, and by the mid-20th century, experts believed it had disappeared forever. Then something unexpected happened. Hunters, birdwatchers, and local residents began reporting brief sightings deep inside remote swamps. Some claimed they heard its unique knocking pattern. Others described a giant black and white woodpecker flying silently through ancient forests. In 2004, a short blurry video shocked the scientific world. Supporters argued it showed a living ivory-billed woodpecker. Critics insisted the footage was too unclear and probably captured a different species. Massive search teams spent years exploring thousands of square kilometers of wetlands using drones, automated cameras, and sound recorders. Yet no undeniable proof ever appeared. Does that mean the bird is truly gone? Not necessarily. Dense swamp forests remain incredibly difficult to search. Some researchers believe a tiny population could still survive in isolated wilderness, avoiding human contact for decades. Whether it's alive or not, the ivory-billed woodpecker reminds us how easily nature can hide its greatest secrets. If a giant bird can disappear inside forests for generations, imagine what could be hiding on an entire island. Our next animal became one of the world's most famous symbols of extinction, but thousands of people insist they've seen it with their own eyes. Imagine driving down a lonely road in the Australian wilderness late at night. Your headlights sweep across the trees, and suddenly, a strange animal steps into view. It looks like a dog, but something is different. Its back is covered in dark stripes. Its tail is stiff like a kangaroo's, and before you can grab your camera, it disappears into the darkness. This is the legendary Tasmanian tiger, also known as the thylacine. Once, it was the largest carnivorous marsupial on Earth. It hunted across Australia and Tasmania for thousands of years. But when European settlers arrived, they blamed it for killing livestock. The government even offered rewards for every Tasmanian tiger killed. Thousands were hunted. By 1936, the last known Tasmanian tiger died alone in a zoo, and the species was officially declared extinct. Or was it? Since then, there have been thousands of reported sightings. Farmers, hikers, police officers, and wildlife experts have all claimed to see a striped animal matching the thylacine's description. Some witnesses reported hearing its eerie bark in remote forests. Others found mysterious footprints that didn't match any known Australian predator. Trail cameras have captured blurry shapes. Night vision videos occasionally appear online. None has provided undeniable proof, but none has completely ruled it out either. Because Tasmania still contains vast wilderness where few humans ever go, some scientists admit that if any supposedly extinct large mammal could still survive unnoticed, the Tasmanian tiger would be among the strongest candidates. Even today, search expeditions continue. Somewhere in those silent forests, could the last Tasmanian tiger still be watching? Transition. But if you think hiding in a forest is impressive, our next animal may have vanished into some of the most remote mountains on Earth. where humans rarely venture. For centuries, villagers across Japan respected a mysterious predator known as the Japanese wolf. Unlike the large wolves of Europe, this species was smaller, quieter, and incredibly elusive. Ancient legends even described it as a guardian of the mountains, protecting travelers from evil spirits. But during the late 1800s, disease, hunting, and habitat destruction pushed the animal toward extinction. The last officially confirmed Japanese wolf was recorded in 1905. More than a century has passed, yet the mystery refuses to die. In isolated mountain villages, locals still tell stories of wolf-like creatures silently moving through the forests at night. Hunters have described hearing strange howls unlike those of any known animal. Several blurry photographs have surfaced over the years. While none have convinced the scientific community, they continue to fuel speculation. Japan's mountain forests are steep, dense, and surprisingly unexplored. Many regions remain difficult to access even with modern technology. Some researchers believe that if a tiny population survived in complete isolation, it could avoid human detection for generations. Whether these sightings are real wolves, unusually large dogs, or simply legends passed through time remains one of Japan's greatest wildlife mysteries. One thing is certain: the mountains are still keeping their secrets. The next species disappeared beneath the waves, where finding even a living animal is one of science's greatest challenges. Imagine sailing across the crystal-clear waters of the Caribbean just before sunrise. The ocean is silent. Then, on a lonely stretch of beach, you notice a large seal resting on the sand. By the time you reach for your camera, it slips back into the water and vanishes. Could it be the Caribbean monk seal? Once, these gentle marine mammals lived throughout the Caribbean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, and nearby islands. Early explorers described beaches covered with hundreds of monk seals basking in the sun. But their peaceful lives didn't last. They were hunted relentlessly for their oil, meat, and skin. As fishing expanded, their food sources also disappeared. The last confirmed sighting occurred in the early 1950s, and in 2008 the species was officially declared extinct. Yet the mystery didn't end there. Fishermen from remote islands have occasionally reported seeing unusually large seals in isolated coves. Divers have described mysterious animals swimming through clear tropical waters before disappearing into underwater caves. Could these simply be mistaken sightings of other seal species? Most scientists think so. But the Caribbean contains thousands of hidden reefs, caves, and uninhabited islands that remain rarely explored. While the chances are extremely small, the ocean has surprised scientists before. After all, many marine species have been rediscovered after decades without a single confirmed sighting. Deep within China's Yangtze River once lived one of the rarest dolphins on Earth, the graceful baiji, often called the goddess of the Yangtze. For over 20 million years, this freshwater dolphin survived floods, climate change, and countless natural disasters. But it couldn't survive humans. Heavy ship traffic, pollution, overfishing, and underwater noise pushed the baiji toward extinction. In 2006, an international scientific expedition searched hundreds of kilometers of the Yangtze River. They found nothing. The baiji was declared functionally extinct. Then something unexpected happened. Fishermen and local residents began reporting occasional sightings of a pale-colored dolphin surfacing briefly before disappearing beneath the muddy water. Some claimed they heard its unique breathing sounds. Others insisted they had seen entire families swimming together. None of these reports have been confirmed. The Yangtze River is enormous, with poor visibility and countless hidden channels. Searching it is like trying to find a single moving shadow in endless brown water. Many experts believe the baiji is almost certainly gone. But hope hasn't completely disappeared. Every unexplained sighting reminds scientists that nature can sometimes hold on longer than anyone expects. Picture a cold, foggy morning in the North Atlantic. Jagged cliffs rise from the sea, waves crash against black rocks, and for a brief second, you spot a large black and white bird standing perfectly still. It can't fly, but the moment it notices you, it dives into the icy water and disappears. Could it be the great auk? The great auk was once one of the most remarkable seabirds on Earth. Nearly a meter tall and an excellent swimmer, it thrived in the freezing waters of the North Atlantic. But because it couldn't fly, it became an easy target for hunters. Sailors killed them by the thousands for their feathers, meat, and oil. In 1844, the last confirmed breeding pair was killed on a small island near Iceland, marking one of history's most tragic extinctions. Yet over the years, fishermen have occasionally reported seeing unusually large flightless birds in remote northern waters. Most experts believe these sightings are cases of mistaken identity involving other seabirds. Even so, the mystery continues to fascinate bird enthusiasts around the world. The quagga. Imagine seeing what looks like half a zebra and half a horse running across an open plain. That's exactly what the quagga looked like. The front of its body had bold zebra stripes, while the back looked almost like a brown horse. Native to South Africa, quaggas were hunted relentlessly during the 1800s for meat and hides. The last known quagga died in captivity in 1883. Since then, occasional reports of strangely striped animals have surfaced from remote regions. Scientists believe these are almost certainly ordinary zebras with unusual stripe patterns, not surviving quaggas. Interestingly, modern conservationists have launched breeding programs to recreate the quagga's appearance using selectively bred plains zebras. While these animals resemble the extinct quagga, they are not true quaggas. The moa. Long before humans reached New Zealand, giant birds called moa ruled the forests. Some species stood over 3.5 meters, 11 feet, tall, making them among the tallest birds ever to exist. Within just a few centuries of human arrival, hunting drove every moa species to extinction. Yet stories never completely disappeared. Hunters, hikers, and local residents have occasionally claimed to see enormous bird-like creatures moving through dense forests or remote valleys. No physical evidence has confirmed these reports, but New Zealand's rugged landscapes continue to inspire speculation. Most scientists agree the moa is extinct, but the legends remain part of the country's folklore. Stellar sea cow. Our next creature was so enormous that early explorers struggled to believe their own eyes. The stellar sea cow grew up to 9 meters, 30 feet, long and weighed several tons. It peacefully grazed on underwater kelp forests in the cold waters of the North Pacific. Tragically, after being discovered by Europeans in the 1700s, it was hunted so heavily that it disappeared in just a few decades. Even today, sailors occasionally report seeing massive, slow-moving shapes near remote coastlines. Scientists believe these sightings are likely whales or other marine mammals, but the sheer size of the ocean means complete certainty is difficult. The megalodon. And now, the creature that has sparked more myths than almost any other extinct animal. The megalodon. This prehistoric shark may have reached lengths of 15 to 20 meters, 50 to 65 feet, and was one of the most powerful predators ever to live. Every few years, viral videos claim that the megalodon has been spotted in the deep ocean. Blurry images, mysterious sonar readings, and dramatic stories spread rapidly across the internet. But here's what the evidence actually shows. There is no credible scientific evidence that megalodon still exists. Fossil records indicate it disappeared around 3.6 million years ago, likely because of changing oceans, declining prey, and competition from other predators. Could a giant shark hide in the deep sea? Scientists say it's extremely unlikely. An animal of that size would require enormous amounts of food, leave clear evidence of its presence, and would almost certainly have been detected by now. Still, the mystery of the deep ocean keeps people's imaginations alive. More than 80% of the ocean remains poorly explored, and new species are discovered every year. While a living megalodon is considered extraordinarily improbable, the unexplored depths continue to remind us how much we still don't know about our planet. Conclusion. Extinction is often thought of as a final chapter, but history has shown that nature can still surprise us. Animals once believed lost have been rediscovered after decades, even centuries, without confirmed sightings. Some of the creatures on today's list are almost certainly gone forever. Others remain the subject of ongoing debate, eyewitness reports, and scientific curiosity. Whether these legends prove true or not, they remind us of two important truths. Our planet still holds incredible mysteries, and protecting the species we have today is far easier than trying to bring them back tomorrow. Which extinct animal do you think could still be alive? Let us know in the comments below.